All right, we are live once again. I don't know why, but I have to go ahead and restart the live stream. It won't take with the microphone for the first time for some reason. I don't know why, but we are live here. We're talking about Prom Night, the movies. As you can tell by the thumbnail, that is new art. I believe it's going to be commissioned for the new 4K release of the original film from 1980, starring Jim Lee Curtis and Leslie Nielsen. It is one of my fan favorites. I really enjoy it. Synopsis is a bunch of kids, young kids, are playing a game in like an abandoned, I think it's an abandoned school or whatnot. I don't know what the heck it is. And you get the Hamden kids that see, they do see uh, one of the kids up on the rooftop. And I guess the youngest girl, Robin, goes up in there, and I don't know if she's wanting to play with him or not, but a terrible accident does happen, and someone does witnesses the kids that did it, and then it happens 6 years later. Uh, Prom is coming around, and it is um, time for revenge for this person that witnessed the death of Robin Hammond. So um, I think the disguise is really great. I kind of like it. It was more shocking to find out who it is, but it is kind of obvious who it really is, who's doing the killings, because this person's going after the kids that killed uh, this person. They know the secret. They know this person knows the secret to what had happened 6 years before and whatnot. The music is great. I love the music that they have at the school when they're dancing that light up 4 panel thing. You get the other characters are not really, I wouldn't say really memorable. You do get I think Casey Stevens, who plays Nick. It's he's Kim's girlfriend. Kim is played by Jim Lee Curtis. And I believe Casey Stevens passed away years ago. So um, it's really fun. It's a really fun slasher. It's one of my favorite slashers out there. I think I might have to. Yeah, I got sound here, so that's great. So that's definitely great that I have it. But um, it is one of my favorite slashers. I really enjoy it. I'm looking forward to the 4K release of it. Uh, but it is the original film. The other ones that came after it, I know Hello Mary Lou Prom Night 2, that's not really a slasher. It's a more of a body possession type movie. I mean, you do get kills in it. Um, I would give that one probably being the best sequel, even though it doesn't really have nothing to do with instead of the high school being named Hamilton High. But you do get Michael Ironside in the film, which I thought was really great. Uh, Lisa Scarridge, who plays Mary Lou, was awesome in the film. Uh, the special effects, the body possession stuff, and you know the one thing in Hello Mary Lou Prom Night 2 is that there's one scene in there where the main girl is actually possessed by Mary Lou, and she's kind of like flirting around with the other female student in the shower room. And there's this one scene where uh, the main girl who's possessed is walking around completely naked in the locker room. And then, it's like she says the one word, or it's kind of like a part of a lyric to a song when one girl's hiding in the locker, wop bop da 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 beat that doom and something like that, and then the both lockers just squished this individual, and you can see this blood and crap coming out of it, so stuff like that. So yeah, um, Prom Night 3, The Last Kiss, it has the character Mary Lou Maloney in it again, but it's a different actress playing that character, which I thought was kind of stupid, but it is what it is. It was more of a comedy one. I remember seeing it when I was a kid, and I thought it was really, really silly. And then hearing about Prom Night 4, which is Deliver Us from Evil or something like that. It's about a killer priest. But in the beginning of that film, it's set in 1957, the same time of the events of Hello Mary Lou Prom Night 2 was in, when you got to see what happened to Mary Lou and how she got set on fire and, the whole 9 yards. I watched some of it, and I think it was Tubi. Wasn't a fan of it, so I just clicked it off. So um, for the most part, you can just go watch the original film of Jamie Lee Curtis and Leslie Nielsen, and you can be perfectly fine with that. Uh, if you want to watch which was the best of the sequels, Prom Night 2, Mary Lou, was the better sequel out of the two that came after that. So that was pretty interesting in itself. I think with the original film, the whole concept of it was really great. Did you guys know the guy that played Mr. Sykes, the custodian in the first film? He was Solaris Dieter, or Dieter Perez in Jason X. That's right, that's him. I couldn't believe it because I looked him up on IMDb, and I'm like, man, he was in Prom Night. I thought that is pretty cool. So, yeah, I mean, they're fun movies to watch. I mean, the first one's a fun movie. Like I said, you can just watch the first film and forget about Hail Mary Lou, Prom Night 2, Prom Night 3, The Last Kiss, and Prom Night 4, Deliver Us from Evil. You can forget about those other 3 films. But I really enjoyed Prom Night 2, Hello Mary Lou, or Hello Mary Lou, Prom Night 2 is how the title is. So Prom Night is actually the subtitle. Hello Mary Lou is the actual title of the second film. So you do get a lot of good stuff there in that. I mean, I think good effects. The part with the rocking horse. The rocking horse comes alive. Those like real red eyes and stuff like that. Really, really freaky. I think the most freakiest thing is when the main girl, who's possessed by Mary Lou, ends up kissing the hell out of her father, and the mother walks in and just was like, "What the heck is going on here?" But yeah, it's good stuff. I definitely decided to make this video just to chat for a little bit here and there. I've thought about it too when I was at work near the end of my shift. Is maybe let's make a top 5 favorite slasher movies of all time that I like. We're gonna maybe try something a little bit different. It's kind of hard to pick a slasher film that's not one of the big 3, like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, or Halloween. But yeah, I would probably put Terror Train would probably be in there. Of course, Prom Night. I don't know what the other 3 would be, but I'm waiting for Synapse to release this 4K version of Prom Night, the original, because I'm definitely going to grab it. And it won't be long. I think that they'll be doing Terror Train in 4K next, because if that happens, I'm going to jump on that, because I did not get the Blu-ray releases of these 2 films at all, and I think Prom Night 1 was on Blu-ray. I think it was through Scream or Shout Factory. I mean, they're the same company, but Terror Train I lucked out on. I mean, I got the DVD, but I'm like, I also got the DVD of the original Prom Night. So I'm definitely going to jump on the 4K release of the original Prom Night for sure. When they do release, give us the release date, I'll pre-order it and stuff. Love to have it in the collection. Like I was saying earlier in my live stream earlier today, horror movies. I always get drawn back to horror movies. I love other genre films, but I always seem to get pulled back into horror because I grew up watching this stuff. So I'm not really a big fan, which I didn't mention. I'm not really a big fan of the B-rated horror films, the ones that are like super gory. I'm not really big into that. The Summer Party Massacre films, I don't know about that. I might have to watch those just to see. But I do know that the Toxic Avenger, the old Toxic Avenger films, those were so bad with the gore. I mean, it was sickening. I mean, I can't stomach stuff like that. But Yeah, I mean, I like, your slashers, like I had mentioned, but I mean, I don't like really anything too over the top with gore because then it, turns my stomach a little bit. So, uh, yeah, I got two people in the chat. I got two people watching this video or this live stream. If you guys want to chat, say something, man. Say something now because I'm going to be ending this here pretty soon at around 12:40. Have you guys seen Prom Night? If you have, what do you think of it? We're not talking about the Prom Night remake because that really has nothing to do with the original film at all. I mean, uh, it is very different. The Prom Night remake is very different because you get I think it's a mental guy, not a mental, yeah, a mental patient or something. This guy had the hots for the student or something. He just he was like crazy or something. I remember that because there's two different versions of it. There's the theatrical and there's the unrated cut of it of the film. But um, you know, I haven't seen that version of that film in a while. So yeah, um, I would like to see a direct remake of the original film done for Prom Night instead of what we had gotten years ago. But I mean, it is what it is, guys. It really is. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, what more could you say? I guess we can talk about the characters too in the first film. We get this goofy character Lou, the bully, the one that smokes all the time, and you get Drew. It's Kelly's boyfriend, the one's sexually active, and the one that's really, I think the whole key thing is if you really want, if you want to date a girl, I mean, I've dated in the past too. I think at my age too now these days, I look at it, you go for what's in the heart, you're not, thinking, oh man, I got a girlfriend now we're going to go ahead and, have sex. I mean, that's part of the relationship. Yes, I get that. But his character, the Drew character in the original Prom Night was all about sex, wanting to have sex with Kelly and everything else, and you can see that in the film. And there's one scene in there where they're at the in the lockers in the hallway, and I believe forgot who. I don't think they ever named the other girl. The blonde that was friends with Kim, the one that wasn't a part of the whole thing that happened in the beginning of the film. She says something. Look how he has to or look at how she or he has to stand her up or whatever it is, stuff like that. And then the whole thing with Lou when Lou goes ahead and makes that comment. I don't want to. Now I know why Kim doesn't want to go out with me because she's into girls. And then he like kind of pats her on the butt, stuff like that. It's like yeah, he really wanted Kim, but then you get the character. Then you get Wendy. Uh, she's wanting Nick. They broke up. She's wanting Nick. She's wanting, I think she's jealous of Kim or for some reason, something like that. So you get that aspect of it. Then you get Jude, who is walking to school one day, and then here comes his van, his conversion van, like it's Slick. Seymour Crane, Slick shows up, and this dude's hilarious. He is so hilarious. I mean, I'm just laughing. Like there's one scene where they're at the prom and they're dancing. The way he's dancing, if you look right behind Leslie Nielsen, when Leslie Nielsen's dancing with Jamie Lee Curtis, you can see him dancing. He's doing this dance, whatever the heck it is. So that was really funny. But yeah, it's some crazy it's crazy stuff, man. A lot of this stuff in this film. Uh I mean, you get the gym teacher and the other teacher have a relationship going on. Uh you know who they are. I'm trying to think what the female PE teacher's name was, but I know the male teacher. His name is Monty. Uh, so like I said again, the music is great. I think everything about the film is great. It's definitely one of the favorite slashers. Now I looked up on the internet, Ja outside the Halloween films, Jamie Lee Curtis did The Fog, she did Prom Night, and then after Prom Night, she went straight into Terror Train. So um, I would have to stop and think about it. Which non-Halloween Halloween horror or Halloween horror, which non-Halloween slasher film that like Jamie Lee Curtis in, you know? Well, technically, is The Fog really a slasher? Not really. It's more of like a ghost story, but it technically is because you do get people killed off in that film. Uh, but I would probably have to say my favorite non Jim Lee Curtis horror film would probably have to be maybe. It's a tough one. I mean, I love Prom Night, but I think Terror Train puts it up there just a notch, just the way the picture quality is a little bit. Because in some scenes in Prom Night, it's a little hazy. I don't know if that's going to show up on the 4K or not. Well, let's wait and see. I don't know if it's because of the lighting or what. I don't know. But there's something about having a horror film, a slasher film on a train. I thought that was very unusual for its time. I think it was really, really cool. Now they have the whole Netflix Terror Train movie, and they made a sequel to that remake, and it's like neither both of them were any good. I mean, I wish it would have made a direct, actual, real, true remake of the original film. Which would have been great because the original film never had a sequel to it. So, yeah, I mean, that's all I got, guys. I mean, for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. We talked a little about Terror Train. Mainly, we're talking about Prom Night and stuff like that. But it's been a blast. So I'm gonna get my uh, butt to bed here and get back up and get to the gym tomorrow and maybe who knows? Maybe I might do another live stream tomorrow. I don't know yet. We'll see what time I have before I go to work. But before I do, this is it. Take care and see you guys back in the next one.